Hello everybody, CritCrab here with another story. This one is about another RPG actually. Today we're doing a RuneScape story. Just hear me out. RuneScape is as much an RPG as any other RPG, and your lack of including it is hurting the player base's feelings, so please just roll with it. I promise this video is just like any other, but it's about RuneScape. There will be nothing else that sets this video apart from any others. Oh yeah, by the way, this video will have some RuneScape gameplay. I know a lot of you like my Skyrim playthrough, but I promise with every fiber of my being that I will not touch the save file from Skyrim and everything will be back to normal next video. Anyways, that aside, allow me to regale you with the amazing tale of the greatest spy in RuneScape. Roll post. This story happened, give or take, 7 years ago when I was playing a lot of RuneScape. Around that time, Evolution of Combat was released. For you to understand the full context, I need to give you some backstory about the clan I was in. Let's call it Old Clan. If you don't want to read through the backstory, skip to paragraph 3. The clan leader was a self-proclaimed communist from Canada. His political views are slightly important to the story. Old Clan wasn't the biggest or baddest, but everyone was active and always doing things together. We would host different events where we would level, gather resources, or fight in PvP battles. One of the things we would regularly do was delve into the wilderness to mine some runite ore. We had a mix of both combat and crafter players. And on these delves, we would regularly have a group of combatants protecting the miners while they did their thing. This symbiotic relationship between our two casts of players meant that our people were fairly well equipped, most of us sporting cheap rune or dragonhide gear. I had joined the clan around the same time as another guy we will call Marine. Marine and I hit it off well and we were always playing together. We were both combatants, mostly using melee with a bit of range thrown in, and would level our combat skills together. I also participated in the events and even became more involved in planning some of them as my rank in the clan increased, which happened rapidly. Marine also grew in rank, but at a much slower rate than I did. He didn't participate as much as I did in clan activities. One day he made a joke about how fast I raised in rank within the clan. He didn't mean anything by it. We tended to bust each other's chops all the time, but clan leader overheard it. He thought other clan members would become upset with how fast I had climbed the ranks, so he delayed my next promotion. This was his views showing some, but I didn't mind. The promotion was still going to happen, just at a later date. I enjoyed being in the clan and playing with everyone, so rank wasn't really all that important to me. So now that the stage is set, let's move on to why I'm here telling this story. This is the story of a girl we will call Toxic. Toxic filled the chat with a lot of unsavory things. She would make a lot of other clanmates uncomfortable, and a lot of them complained to clan leadership. Eventually, Toxic's antics led to her removal from the clan. She did not take kindly to this and threw a bit of a tantrum. Then the attacks started. Toxic and some of her friends from outside the clan began attacking people in the wilderness. They seemed to know all of our movements, and when we were in the wilderness in small enough groups that they could kill, we began to suspect that Toxic still had friends inside the clan who were feeding her information on our movements. We didn't know who it could be or how to find out. We feared that the clan would potentially fall apart if we didn't find them, however. One day, me and clan leader were leveling together when another clanmate joined us. He will be called Little Bird. Little Bird told us of suspicions that he held that another clanmate, we will call him Rat, was helping Toxic. What he told us was serious, but we couldn't do anything without proof or it could make things worse. I eventually convinced clan leader to let me go and talk to the guy and see if I could confirm the suspicions. I met up with Rat where he was leveling and the conversation was eventually steered towards me grousing about clan leader. I complained about the delayed promotion, saying that I deserved it, and it was the bull's asterisks that I wasn't promoted. I told him how I sympathized with Toxic and wanted to help her, but she would never trust me. I laid it all on really thick and made it seem that I was extremely mad. He then admits to helping Toxic. Yes, you read that right. He admitted everything. He told me that he was helping her and how he could vouch for me. He didn't know any of the other people helping her though, so I had to continue the farce and meet with Toxic. Rat set up the meet with Toxic and I continued with the song and dance from before. She tells me that she has several spies but wouldn't tell me the names. She doesn't trust me. She says that she will only trust me if I set up a clanmate. I get the okay from clan leader to set someone up. I approached one of the leadership of the clan that I trusted. She was well liked by the majority of the clan, so she would be the perfect bait. She is game and we head into the wilderness. I inform Toxic and she shows up and chomps down on the bait. Because of how well liked bait was, Toxic instantly trusts me after that. I convinced her that I needed to know the names of her spies so that I knew who I could trust. She told me. Every one of them. It turns out that they had been letting Toxic kill them for the gear that the crafters created. and the clan leaders would replace if lost to Toxic. They were also setting up people to be killed as well, just like I did with Bait. I sent the screenshots of all the conversations to clan leader exposing the spies. We held a mock trial in the clan camp meeting tent and then removed all of the spies from the clan. The attack stopped after that, and I got that delayed promotion sooner than expected. At the time, I felt like Varys from Game of Thrones, a spy master protecting the clan from enemy infiltration. What can I say other than I was a kid, high on the successful counter-infiltration? Now as I look back, I realize that they were more than likely slightly narcissistic. They were so absorbed in their own petty grievances that they couldn't help but believe my poorly performed but successfully executed lies. I was only lucky, but that luck potentially saved our clan from breaking apart. End post. There have been a couple of edits, however, one of them answering a few questions as to why this was classified as a horror story, and another going more into detail about why Toxic and the spies did what they did. So if you're into that, roll edit, I guess. Edit 1. Someone in the comments mentioned that they didn't think this could be classified as a horror story, so I figured that I should explain my reasoning for posting it here. Old Clan's wealth was heavily reliant on the wilderness. I don't remember the exact price as it has changed since the rework of the crafting system, but rune armor cost over 100,000 gold pieces in the Grand Exchange. As I said before, we counteracted expenses like that by farming the runite and other materials in the wilderness. The reason we went into the wilderness is that the safer locations were swamped with botters. The wilderness may have held higher risk, but it had a higher reward as well. This caused a symbiotic relationship between the crafters and combatants in the clan. The opportunity to level up their skills protected by cheap or free gear at the cost of protecting the crafters attracted the combatants. When Toxic started attacking our people who ventured into the wilderness with the help of her spies, it nearly brought our operations to a halt. People were progressively getting more upset. One of the major things that attracted them to the clan was basically gone. There were already people talking about leaving. It may come across that I enjoyed stopping Toxic, because I did, but that doesn't change the fact that she nearly brought down the entire clan. Another commenter mentioned an interest in more info about what happened at the mock trial and the spies' reasoning for doing what they did. The reason we held the mock trial was to make a spectacle of their removal from the clan. We hoped that this would dissuade people from helping Toxic further and assuage some of the anger that people in the clan felt. There were 4 spies in total, and they were the few who actually liked Toxic. They believed that we were wrong to remove Toxic from the clan, so they helped her. We gave them all a chance to defend their actions. The first 2 didn't say anything, assumingly resigned to their fate. The third claimed that she wasn't involved, trying to play on people's sympathy. There was enough animosity over the attacks, however. So the fact that Toxic named her was enough for the entire clan to turn on her. We also couldn't risk keeping her in the clan just to have her continue spying for Toxic. And then there was Rat. Oh dear, dear Rat. No readers, I did not forget about our angry little idiot. Rat was extremely hot-headed compared to the other spies. He used his chance to speak to scream filth at me and the clan leader. The chat was essentially a war between Spy 3 and Rat trying to be heard. In the end, all of them were removed from the clan and ended up joining a clan created by Toxic. They tried to continue harassing our wilderness excursions, but without them knowing our movements or what server we were on, they stopped being effective. And post, again. I actually really enjoyed reading this one as it reminds me of the old RPG days where inter-clan conflict was an actual thing. You don't really see that much anymore in modern RPGs. The only place I've seen it in recent years was EVE Online, so this was a breath of fresh air. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please do leave me a like and subscribe to the channel for more stories just like this one. Till next time.